Okay, this story comes from Jim Tankersley of the Washington Post. The incomes of typical Americans rose in 2015 by 5.2%, the first significant boost to middle class pay since the end of the Great Recession, and the fastest increase ever recorded by the federal government, the Census Bureau reported on Tuesday morning. In addition, the poverty rate fell by 1.2 percentage points, the steepest decline since 1968. There were 43.1 million Americans in poverty on the year, 3.5 million fewer than in 2014. The share of Americans who lack health insurance continued a years-long decline, falling 1.3 percentage points to 9.1%. The numbers from the government's annual report on income, poverty, and health insurance suggest the recovery from recession is finally beginning to lift the fortunes of large swaths of American workers and families. The Obama administration immediately hailed them in glowing terms. This exceeds the strong expectation that I already had, Jason Furman, the chairman of Obama's Council of Economic Advisors, said in an interview in which he called the income report the strongest ever from the Census Bureau. The news here is the growth rates. I've read the last 21 reports, including this one. I have never seen one like this in terms of everything you look at is what you'd want to see or better. Real median household income was $56,500 in 2015, the Bureau said, up from $53,700 in 2014. The gain was a combination of rising wages in the economy, spurred by a labor market where unemployment is falling and employers are being forced to compete more for workers and low inflation. Incomes increased for men and for women, and across racial and ethnic groups. They grew most for the lowest earning workers. The highest income growth was in the bottom fifth of workers, said Lawrence Mitchell, president of the Liberal Economic Policy Institute think tank, which is very welcome news. The only weak spots were geographic. Median incomes rose by 7.3% for workers who live in major cities. For workers in rural areas, they did not rise at all. Okay. All told, the gains brought median incomes nearly back to their levels before the recession, after adjusting for inflation, though they remain below 1999 levels. Several measures of wage growth have suggested that 2015 was strong for wage growth. Other indicators had pointed to an improvement for the Americans who are the worst off. The unemployment rate had declined to 4.9% as of last month. Since 2014, increases in wages have accelerated for the 1 in 5 workers earning the least, according to new research by Bank of America. In this group, wages are now increasing at roughly 4% year over year. Last week, the Agriculture Department released its annual data on hunger in the United States, showing that food insecurity declined substantially last year for the first time since the recession. The share of food insecure households was 12.7% last year, down from 14% in 2014. Before 2014, food insecurity had remained stubbornly persistent, improving only modestly from an apex of 14.9% in 2011. The Agriculture Department defines food security as having access to enough food for an active, healthy life. So these are interesting stats. Taken in their totality. So I'd like to get some feedback from you. If you'd like more news, updates, and information, please subscribe to @yourblackworld.net. My name is Yurima Karama at Your Black World News. Also remember the All Black National Convention this coming Thursday through Saturday, September 15th through the 17th, being held at the Black Shrine of the Madonna in Atlanta, Georgia. Go to allblacknationalconvention.com for more information.